Alright, choke no joke. I'm in the building with the legendary ultramagnetic MCs. Said G and Kool Keith. Was good.
What's up, baby? You
What's
just here?
good? My nigga choke.
Now, let me tell y'all. I'm 54 years old. So, I grew up. First time I heard y'all probably was somebody blasting y'all music at Eden War Projects. I could hear through the windows. The Wrangler Jeeps with the soft tops or the I don't even the soft top.
The Sukis, what they call them? What they was out?
Zookies was later.
No,
the Samurai Sukis.
Yeah.
Nah, it was the Jeep Wranglers.
Yeah, the
Wranglers. You know what I mean? Dude got with the box in the back, 215s or whatever woofers he had. But it was ego tripping. It was all that the first album. And it was like y'all and Public Enemy.
Right.
The production had some type of whistle or some type of noise in it that made the music distinctive. You know what I mean? But y'all originally from the Bronx, right?
Yeah.
Okay, where at?
Well, I was on 169 from Washington on the 9.
I was
South
from
Bronx.
170,
Landmark.
Snake Hill.
Right. All right. So, well, you was rapping and producing, correct?
Yeah.
On the first album too?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, who were your inspirations to get into the hip hop game?
You gotta say the first level, you know, from Flash to the Cold Crush, to Grand Wizard Theodore, Treacherous 3, you know, my man Special K, you know, all of them.
Okay. So what about on the production side?
On the production side, the production side was different because you could say the early street joints influenced the production. But of course, when that first tier got into hip hop, they didn't use the beats anymore.
Right.
So, but that was my inspiration. It was like, why are they doing that? Somebody got to bring the beats back. And then when you heard when Marley did that Queensbridge joint, I was like, okay, it can be done.
Right.
And then I seek permission to do that. And then, you know, Keith was doing his thing with his other partner, who for some reason, I mean, the kid was mediocre. He could sing a little, but he thought he was a better rapper than Keith. It was like a comedy show. So I told Keith, because I was just producing at that time, I told Keith, you know, help me out with the rap thing. And we do something as a group, and he could do his solo shit, you know, and that was our agreement we've always done.
Well, wasn't it three of y'all in the beginning?
Yeah, but it was just me and Keith. The DJ came later, who was my cousin, No Love.
Right.
See, we started, I was the original DJ to him and his partner.
Okay.
You see?
You don't want to say his name? No? Alright, that's cool.
He's alright. He's alright with a 40 somewhere.
Alright, so now, like, as far as I can remember back, like, hip hop for me, I feel like I was in hip hop before it started, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think, like, the first really commercial joint that I can remember was, like, Rapper's Delight. But it was other joints that came before that, but for, like, commercial success, when, like, everybody outside was reciting some lyrics, it was Rapper's Delight, as far as I can remember.
Yeah, but Rapper's Delight, even though it was commercial, it was still hip hop because they were spinning Good Times at the hip hop jams. That was the DJs were showing off their cutting skills.
That was the first record I learned how to DJ. Good Times. What was that? Lil Chic?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Nile Rodgers.
Right.
See, before them, you had the record that was before them was King 10 the Third, Fat Back Then.
Right. Fat Back Then. That's another vinyl I remember.
But that was more underground. And the Rapper's Delight took it next level.
Okay.
And then, you know, the records started coming out. But you had that change going on in hip hop. Like, see, this is what happened with hip hop. It was hardcore, right? Streets. Everybody had the leather joints on, you know. Then what happened? The bigger clubs downtown, you know, started opening up, but they were more punk rocking. So they was paying those groups more money. So then the groups started phasing into punk rock. That's when the high boots and all this.
Flash and the Furious Five.
Not just them, all of them was doing it. You know, the Jerry curls down the here, you know.
Right.
They started taking on the Rick James persona because they want to blend into that. And I honestly believe that's why I give running them so much love, is that they came back and took what the other groups were doing before the punk rock stage,
right,
and brought that look back to the culture. Because it was gone, you know. It was gone.
All right. And so, Keith, what's your earliest memories of hip hop?
It was funny because I never really was into hip hop when I was younger. I was always buying I was a funk guy. I bought records. I was buying funk records, Slayer, because I was dancing before I was popular.
Right.
I was a dancer with, I danced a lot with Loose Bruce and Shaq Lee down in Harlem and Yogi and Al. And
are we talking breakdancing?
No, I was just electric boogie and dancing.
Okay.
I was popular. All the rappers knew me from dancing.
Right.
So I went to Clinton, and then I used to see all the people downtown. Most of the rappers knew me from dancing and snapping. Like King Superior, I used to snap. You know, your mother got a big head. My head is so big. I did all them jokes, So I was dancing more popular around New York, and then I started writing. Then, I collect funk records all the time. I was buying Cameo, Confunction Slave, LTD, Grand Funk. I bought a lot of records. I stayed buying records because I was dancing.
Right.
That's when I danced. So then I started dancing. When I used to dance up at we danced at the T Connection, dance up there. But you would see Kool Crush up there doing shows with everybody and all that. We'll have Kool Crush up there doing shows, and me and KG went to school together. Kenny Pounder from Kool Crush, but I was dancing. Kenny Pounder Kenny Pounder took me all over the place. So we would go to the Ecstasy Garage, and I'll see, Mean Gene and all them be up there. Theodore's brothers and stuff. Mean Gene was the first ones wearing the hats like Run DMC. They was wearing the L Brothers was wearing the Dobbs, the Stetson hats. Like the same kind of Run DMC gangster hats.
That's before Run DMC.
Before Run DMC.
Right.
The L Brothers wore the hats before you seen Run DMC.
So you seen the era from when we went from cardboard to linoleum.
Yeah.
To windbreakers.
Well, it was straight street before cardboard.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody used to just go on the street. It wasn't, cardboard was considered like luxury. But it's crazy? He spoke about KG. The relationship between Kool Crush and Ultra is crazy because he went to school with KG, right? Then Grandmaster Caz and me, we used to all play ball down at the Burger Community State Park on the west side of the Bronx. See? Then when I moved to the South Bronx, Easy AD was my neighbor. See, so it was always a connection between Kool Crush and Ultra. Oh, JDL. I'll forget JDL. JDL used to spend the night at my house when he was a little kid with his little sisters. Because his moms used to lock him out the apartment at night.
Right.
So he used to sleep with us. This is I'm serious, it was sad. My oldest brother found him sleeping under a staircase in the tenement building with a jar of beans. It was because we were kids, we used to play, it's like, Mom, I saw Jerry and his sisters under the staircase. And I said, go bring them in here. And they were staying with us.
So why were their parents doing that? They wouldn't come in on time, or
I don't know. That's personal, but that was like I said, it was just always an Ultra Kool Crush connection.
Right.
And I never forgot when the Kool Crush first came out, and I was hearing about them, and they was like, "Yeah, that's Jerry D. Lewis." And I'm like, "That's Jerry?" You know, it's crazy. Hip hop is crazy.
I'm on the rampage. You need a number? Wanna know what age? Sight. I got me imagine.
Yeah. DJ 2. You know what it is. Youngster, you are me. It's a reason they call me OG. I saw things you didn't see. Sit down and listen to me. Hey yo, come here, man.